Hey guys, so I've been kind of disappointed lately because I tried to make I figured out how to make horizontal videos using my computer. There's my girl, my little girl. She's like 15 now. Anyways, so I figured out how to make videos using my computer, but when I played the video back, the sound worked, but then after I posted it to YouTube, cause I'm kind of a perfectionist when I do things, I checked it again, and it like the sound wasn't working right. I kept cutting off and stuff at certain parts, and I was wondering like why does this happen? Like, can you help me? So I thought about making this video about Robin Williams because at least I don't get cut off in the vertical videos. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about the time I went to see Robin Williams perform stand-up comedy. It was probably one of the best times of my life. I was about like 14 or 15, and he was, I forget how old he was. It's not really important, is it? Anyways, so I remember like I kind of, at the time I was really depressed. This was like after my dad died. I was really depressed, and I wrote a letter to God and asking him for help and like a pick me up kind of thing. And I forget if I mentioned Robin Williams or not, but I was like a really big fan of Robin Williams. I grew up watching Mrs. Doubtfire and Jumanji and Flubber, the movies he was in and stuff. So I was like a big fan of his growing up because he was an only child like me, and I feel connected to only children. I think the reason why we like attention so much is that we don't have siblings, so that's why we like attention, which is not necessarily a bad thing as long as you're getting positive attention for stuff. Anyways, so I remember like a week or so later, I got a call from one of my aunts, and she said that she heard Robin Williams is coming to Illinois. And I was like, what? And I couldn't believe it because like usually no one goes to Illinois like for fun. But actually recently, Kevin James, I think I read, this was before the coronavirus. He was going to come to Illinois at the Rialto and perform or something. And I wish I could have gone because this was like before the coronavirus, before places were closed and everything due to the coronavirus. Even Starbucks was closed recently, and I was kind of disappointed with that. Anyways, so stealing the spotlight on me. Anyways, so I was like, yeah, so like I decided I'd go. And it really worked out for me because where Robin Williams was performing, it was like an hour away from my house. Like it wasn't a long drive at all. And so I go there, and I forget what I was wearing and I forget what jokes he was saying, but like he really did a good show. Like I was really happy about it, and I was just excited just to be there in the audience even though I wasn't like in the front row. And I noticed one thing he did was there was like kids around my age, like 14 or 15 at the time, looking like they were in the audience. So, and I noticed he was kind of holding back. This was after his heart surgery, so he was kind of holding back. And yeah, he was holding back, and he wasn't saying like dirtier jokes, and I thought that was kind of cool because not everyone would do that. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of cool. I just felt like filming a video about it because I'm frustrated with the way the sound was on the other video. Anyway, so I go there. It's about probably like an hour long, like stand up show, or maybe a half hour. And so anyway, so then I was just so yeah, I've been just thinking about Robin Williams lately, and like what a great person he was and how he was like a success story, and I looked up to him because I had depression. I have depression too, and he had depression. And I think he talked about it like in one of his like interviews about how he has depression, and I thought that's really cool because usually people aren't like open about their mental health stuff if they're famous because they tend to keep it under wraps and stuff. But I thought it was cool. And like he was like a success story you could look up to, kind of like Clara Bow. I think she was an only child too, and she actually she came from like a bad upbringing, but then she made something of herself, and that's really like cool. I think she entered like a contest when she was younger, and then she won the contest and became a big star. So I thought that was cool. And yeah, I was just thinking about Robin Williams, and I wish I had more to say about him. I wish comedians would like give autographs after their shows, but I don't think they give autographs after their shows. Got my nails done. Anyways, so what else? Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of female comedians. I like more like male comedians. I think it's because I'm not really that girly, except like I paint my nails and stuff and put makeup on, like eyeliner and stuff, but not really eyeshadow. I don't know why. I just don't like eyeshadow that much. Like I think it's just like for me, like you can wear it if you want, but for me, I just don't like it, you know. And I like Joe Rogan. He's okay. Lily Singh I don't like. I wish she was funnier. And I wish she'd just get funnier or they'd cancel her show. Another thing is, I'm trying to think what else. I'm trying to remember what I said in my last video that didn't get, like, a lot of views. And I assume because of the sound issue. So I'm gonna film like this for now until I get, like, a webcam or something to, like, figure out how to deal with that issue, the sound issue I've been having. Because I'm not, like, a technology, like, savvy kind of person, really, as you can tell. But like I'm not an expert with technology even though I use it, like with phones and stuff. So this is just really drawing me for like a loop, and it kind of sucks. I hope everyone's staying safe during the quarantine. I'm trying to stay safe too. I still have a cough and I'm trying to stay home and not really go out too much, except like for like to the grocery store or like, and I try to wear a mask. I try to remember to wear a mask when I go out too. So yeah, Robin Williams. And I watched this movie he was in, and what I loved about Robin Williams was that he could do dramatic roles, he could do comedy roles. He was like a jack of all trades kind of thing, like as an actor. And I think he was like one of the best actors we've ever had. And I think Eddie Murphy's kind of like that too. He's a good actor too. I think I've seen like parts of Coming to America, but I haven't seen the whole thing. And he was good in Haunted Mansion. And Eddie Murphy, some people just have that it. Like Clara Bow and Robin Williams and Eddie Murphy, they just have that way that they can like, they just can perform really well, okay? And like it's just really cool. So yeah, what else did I mention in my last video? Yeah, and like it's sad, like that Lily Singh show is like bombing because as a woman, I really want women to succeed in life and do well, and you know, this includes female comedians. So when a female comedian doesn't do well, I feel kind of sad for her, because I feel like there's like sexism nowadays. There's still sexism, like, and it's sad but unfortunate, but it's the reality. Like especially in the comedic scene, like there's these two guys on YouTube. They make a lot of videos, but but the one guy is sexist, but they have like a lot of popularity, and this like drives me crazy, because it's like, how can you like separate the artist from the art? You know what I'm saying? When you're that bad, when you're sexist, that's like really bad in my opinion. Anyways, I don't want to like mention him because I don't want to give them the credit, but they're funny. But the one guy is like really sexist, and he doesn't make it like a secret that he's sexist. At least make it a secret if you're sexist. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so yeah, I saw this movie with Robin Williams recently. It was called The Final Cut, and it was a dramatic role he was in. And it was very eerie watching it, and like knowing what he suffered from depression, and like he still made something of himself. It's like a really beautiful success story, and he though I think he was one of a kind, genuinely, and there'll never be another one like him. And it's just really unfortunate that he died. Like I was shocked when I found out he died. I was like shocked. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate. And I think Elisa Schlesinger, I think she's okay, but I'm not really I haven't really watched too many of her stuff. Brian Callen's okay, but like I said, I haven't watched too many of his stuff. So, yeah. And like, what's up with everyone getting a podcast? Isn't that crazy? Like, just stop giving anyone a podcast. Not that everyone who has a podcast is bad, but you know what I'm saying? Like, stop giving everyone a show and like anyone a podcast. Because I feel like it should be like only for really talented comedians, like who've been in the business for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like that would get a lot of views, I think. This is my cat. She's so cute, isn't she? Anyways, I wanted her to make an appearance, and I wanted to make a video explaining. And I'm sorry that my horizontal videos wasn't working right. I have to figure out how to fix it. Unfortunately, I can't get like a computer guy to come to my house, like the Geek Squad, because of the coronavirus. So I have to just figure out how to deal with that by myself. And yeah, and I took a nap today and I dreamt that I was making out with Ron and Jeremy. That was really bizarre. It was funny though, but it was actually a pretty good dream. Like, he was really good lover. We were making out and stuff, and he was actually very good at it. Anyways, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have an awesome day.